Hello, I'm V-Shing from DVS. Welcome to my video. Do you face limited manpower to channel your organization like a church or corporate or government department to capture and do a video live streaming? Do you need a minimum camera and a videographer to move, to follow, to zoom in or zoom out the shot wherever, whenever the speaker is speaking? Do you need a person to control and monitor the input and stream out the video? Do you need a product from a good and reliable brand and you got limited budget to purchase equipment? Are you the person doing all the above I mentioned? If the answer is yes, 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 and yes for the above, let me introduce to you from Datavideo PTC-140. PTC-140 is a PTZ camera. With this PTZ camera, you can do panning, left to right or right to left, tilt up or down, zooming, close up and wide angle of the subject remotely with a remote control device. Let's talk about input output. PTC-140 is a full HD video which is able to go up to 1920 by 1080 with frame rate up to 60 frames per second. PTC-140 have a SDI and a HDMI output which supported embedded audio. PTC-140 have audio mini jack for the input for the embedded audio output. And best of all, my favorite part about this PTC-140 is supported multiple PTC preset setting. What it means that I can preset the area that is supposed to zoom, pan, or focus on. That you can set it permanently in the camera, and you press any of the controlling devices, remote control devices. You just press by the number, it will go to the PTC-140 supported audio or manual focus, which is useful if you decided to go for the auto. It will make your life easy for all your shots. Okay, you also have an auto or manual gain or iris control with white balance features. PTC-140 using a 1/2.8 inch CMOS sensor, and this CMOS sensor have 2.07 megapixel. PTC-140 supported 20 times optical zoom plus 10 times digital zoom, but I strongly recommend you to ignore the digital zoom aspect. Use what the optical zoom capability to the max, but don't apply digital. And the best of all about this PTC-140, you have advanced 2D, 3D noise reduction function. This will make PTC-140 video looks good even when you're panning and zooming. This is one big issue with professional broadcast camera, even like a DSLR camera. When you pan too fast, you'll see the video have distorted a bit. PTC-140, because you have this advanced 2D, 3D noise reduction function, it will make the video look smooth even though you're panning around. So it's a very good features for you. First thing enough, PTC-140 itself has built-in streaming features. So if I want to directly take this camera to stream out, I can use that camera directly. I can stream it out to Facebook, YouTube, or many other platforms that you require. Why? Because PTC-140 have H.264 and H.265 video compression for streaming. It is actually future proof because it has H.265 codec. Then you also able to have an audio compression like AAC, MPEG-3 or G711A audio compression. It gives you a wide choice to how the quality of the audio do you want. And it also supported multiple network protocol like RTSP, RTMP, which allows you to easily link to any streaming media server currently in the world. Best of all, PTC-140 can be controlled by a wide range of controller. What I will refer to, you can use this remote control to control the camera for the zooming purpose, for the gain control, for the pan, tilt, and zoom control. I will list up a few of them here. Okay, this is the one that able to help you to do the controlling. All right. By default, when you buy the camera, it will provide an infrared remote control, which you can use infrared devices that you can doing the pan and zoom, focus, and all these things with the remote control, infrared remote control. And this infrared remote control can do support up to 4 cameras with 10 preset settings for each camera. If you buy one, you can do it already to control it. The only drawback about infrared is because it requires a direct line of sight to do it. That means you must aim toward the front part of the camera, so then you can control it. All right. If you are behind, you need to play bounce the wall to hit the sensor, but infrared have his limit length, so it's ideally the person who use infrared remote control need to be quite nearby to be assured is received the command that is sent. There are a few others remote control that can be available. Another one was available from very beginning from Datavideo is RMC-180. It's a RS422 controller which can control up to 4 cameras with 4 preset settings each. RMC-180 currently priced at $4,500. The next remote control is called RMC-300A, which is able to connect up to 24 cameras using the DVIP network protocol. Or if you go for the RS422, you can control up to 8 cameras with 7 presets for each camera. So it's a more powerful remote control. When you have more cameras, this is the one that you require to buy. This is slightly above the earlier RMC-180. It's only RM5,500. The next remote control is using a PC or Mac OS that I can connect to the network, and this software that will run from your computer will access the HTML camera control program in the camera and do all the preset. This way I can do a lot of preset. This concept I can preset much more preset setting for each camera, and this software is a free, but this must connect to the network, whether to Wi-Fi or to wired. I strongly recommend wired. The last one, which is the reason why I'm pushing this, is because Datavideo recently came out with PTC View Access app. This is for iOS or Android tablet or phone. This one can control up to 4 cameras with 4 preset settings. It's also a free. This is currently my favorite one because it gives me more flexibility. Why? Because with this, all I have to do is connect to the PTZ camera to the network, and as long as the network has Wi-Fi, I can use the app to control it. Best of all, the app itself shows the video of the camera, whereas the other 3 with the RMC 140, with the RMC 180, with RMC 300, or with the infrared remote control, you need to look at the monitor. You need to connect from the camera output to a monitor, then you can preview it on the monitor. PTZ View Access was very good because in the app, I can also see the camera streaming. So it's really useful, really helpful for me to monitor. And because it can use by Wi-Fi, I can be, as long as the Wi-Fi bandwidth is good, I can actually anywhere in that area to control it. I do not need to sit nearby, nor I need to sit at the line of sight to the camera. As long the Wi-Fi bandwidth is sufficient wide enough, I can be anywhere within that bandwidth, Wi-Fi bandwidth area. So this is the one that will help you to control the PTZ, and this is the one I strongly recommend to use when you are doing a one-man show. Alright, just a note, beside the infrared remote control, all the rest of the remote control require a router. Okay, let me show you a little bit more about this PTZ View Access application. Now you see the menu, the main page of the PTZ View Access. You can see that you have able to control the zoom in, zoom out, pan in, tilt, pan and tilt, and also can do gain control, focus control, and iris control. And you also can see that there is a viewer that I can preview as I use this app. And at the bottom right side, you see there's a 4 cam, cam A, cam B, cam C, cam D, with 4 different positions. And there's one button called store. This is the one to create and to store the position of the setting that you set. In conclusion, Datavideo PTC-140 is my recommended PTZ camera for organization that is very small team of worker or volunteer. It is reasonable price. PTC-140 is priced around, currently around RM 5,900. For a 20x optical zoom, with two output, HDMI and SDI, and you have audio input, which will create the HDMI SDI output with embedded audio. You can use a variety of remote control available to control the PTC-140, but I would strongly recommend PTZ View Exist app. We give you more flexibility. The rest of the remote control will require where the device is, the remote control is, or where the camera is. So this one, because it's under Wi-Fi, you can be more flexible and you can see your camera, where the camera is shooting at. So if you are started with one camera, fine, this is the one that you can get. But later when your organization getting bigger and you want to add more camera, not a big problem with the remote control that I mentioned, because they're able to support up to 1 to 4 cameras, or even higher, up to 24 cameras as it goes. So this is very good, because this another factor I always highlight for any organization. You need to consider the ability to grow. PTC-140 from Datavideo plus the remote control will allow you to grow slowly if you want, and it gives you more flexible. This is good because when you buying cameras, especially the normal cameras, when you expand more cameras, you need more people to man the camera. You need to train these people to man the camera. Now with PTC camera, especially with 140, especially using the PTC View Exist app, when you grow up to 4 cameras, you're still using the same person to do it. You do not require to recruit more people or spend extra more. All to do is buying the camera, new cameras and new tripod. That's all. So that's why for any organization that I mentioned there with a limited manpower, with or one-man show, this camera is good for you. It's good not because it fulfills your existing requirement. It can zoom, it can pan, it can tilt. You have SDI output and a HDMI output with embedded if you require, audio if you require, and if your organization grow, it can grow together with you without needing to replace it. That's why I strongly recommend this camera. Okay, I hope this video will help you to aware the capability of this camera, the unique, the growth potential of this camera. I hope that next time when you're buying a camera, you may consider about this camera. That's all for today. I'm V-Shing from DVS. Thank you. Goodbye and God bless.